What is up YouTube, it is Matty and welcome to an episode featuring Clan Wars Addiction. So yeah, today we're talking about addiction in Clan Wars and why is the game so addictive and what features does it have to make it that way. So yeah, if you're watching this video you've probably experienced something along those lines, and yeah, I'm going to go through at least my thoughts on why I think it is that way and why people quite easily get hooked on it. And yes, it's massively affected my life, it's affected my work, family. It's just, it's something that I can't get off pretty much, and it's difficult once you've got sunk in. So yeah, Clash of Clans have done that to some people, which is I suppose what they intend to do. Obviously it encourages them to spend money and that sort of thing within the game, and from the enjoyment you get from it is most people make that money justifiable. So like, I suppose addiction is something that comes across many areas of life. People get addicted to a lot of things, but for Clash of Clans, it's, in my opinion, it's got a lot of features that can get you hooked, and the main sort of bulk of that is the social aspect, the relationships, the friendships you build with the people that are in your clan, in other clans, and that basically play Clash of Clans. It's something you've got in common, and I find that all the people that sit in my clan, at least anyway, I try to get to know them, understand what they're doing in their sort of their own world, and it's mad because it's people all across the world, people with all sorts of jobs. I mean, got an RAF pilot in my clan, which is really weird. So and I get, like, on our group chats, I got screenshots of some fighter jets of just another day in the office for him. But yeah, I think that is the crux of it. And with sort of the friendships and that sort of thing, there's also roles and responsibilities for the co-leaders, the leaders within the clan, because the clan structure is, you've got your members early doors in sort of Clash of Clans, or when you're first sort of starting. People strive for elder and co-leader just for the sake of the accolade, really. For me now, what that has become is almost like a responsibility for people. It's the people that I trust and the people that I would be happy for them to make decisions while I'm not there, that sort of thing. And elder, again, it's just a sort of a symbol of respect for people that have been with me for a long time. So it's not something I just chuck to anyone that comes in, even no matter what level they are. But different people have different rules and different, I suppose, earnings for these sort of roles as well. So even if you're an elder, if you're a co-leader, you want to try and prove yourself. You want to be online a lot, you want to chat to people, you want to donate, that sort of thing. And that leads me into my other point, that the game has no pause button, because it's all sort of reliant on people. Hold on, let me throw up a video while I'm doing this. Because it's so reliant on people, and that every base you see is someone's base. There's no sort of AI in this. There's no sort of computer bases there. They're all individual people's bases, if you see what I mean. It's ever going. You've always got the people in the chat, they're always there, or they'll go online at certain times. It's not like you're just playing against bots, is what I'm saying. Things happen, and because the nature of the game is to upgrade your buildings and to upgrade your troops and that sort of thing, and to collect money and to raid and earn money. Troops build while you're not there, while you're not in the game. Collectors collect resources, and you need to go in to collect them before they get full, and then they get stolen by an attacker. By the way, I disconnected in this video, so yeah, that's why the king and queen abilities didn't get used. So yeah, and people come online, they start chatting. Some people will go offline, and like now, for example, it seems like pro gamers online, quite a few of the others aren't, and there's always a cycling of chat, and it's always different, which is the other thing. So again, that brings me into my next point of shields. Part of the game is that you get a shield. So right now I've got 3 hours and 51 minutes left of my shield, and when that ends I'll get attacked. Now that might not mean much to most people, but for the people who are holding a lot of money because they're saving up for a big upgrade, or for the people that are very focused on trophies, that might be a very pivotal moment for them. They might be thinking, and it's urged the game to develop into the fact that you throw the town hall outside so that people don't sort of attack the rest of your base. You offer the gift of trophies to someone so that they don't attack your loot. It didn't work in this case because I attacked it anyway. But the game sort of focuses around the shields, and it makes people want or need to come online because they don't want their loot to get stolen, they don't want their trophies to drop or whichever. But because of that, and the fact that every time you get attacked, if they get over the 40%, you get the 12-hour shield. If they get over the 90%, you get the 16-hour shield, or you can buy shields. So it encourages people to keep coming back on to collect their loot, to check, to come back on before the next shield breaks and make sure that they're keeping their upgrades going. And yeah, I suppose the progression through the game when you first start playing is really straightforward. It's really easy. You've got a town hall, you've got a couple of walls to build, you've got a couple of buildings. You can start collecting loot, building some basic barbarians and archers, and it's carefree. You just eased into it. It's not like suddenly high pressure. There's not a load of troops you can use. You've got to get used to the fact that you've got like 100 or however many troops you have at that level to throw down to go and attack these people. You don't know what you're supposed to be doing, but it just eases you in, and that happens steadily through from Tunnel 1 to 10, I feel. Tunnel sort of the later Tunnel, I don't think the game starts really until Tunnel 7. 1 to 6 is just straightforward. You're just sort of traversing the game almost, and just keep upgrading and collecting and dabble in war maybe these days because war's become very popular. But at Tunnel 7 you get dragons, you get what else do you get? You get that is it 200 troop space, or is that Tunnel 8? I think you get 200 troop space at Tunnel 7. You get your barbarian king as well, and you get hog riders at Tunnel 7. So suddenly the game opens up, and I remember back when I was going through the Tunnel levels, how excited I was to get P.E.K.K.A.s, how excited I was to get dragons, all these new troops. What were they? What do they do? And then you'd find yourself researching it online, and that element of slowly unlocking new things, it was really sort of, I need to do this, I need to play this game through, I need to figure out what these new troops are. I mean, P.E.K.K.A. and it says like, is it a girl, is it a robot? It was just an air of mystery around it. Now obviously I know it's a load of crap but that bit to entice you in gets you through Tunnel 7. And obviously nowadays, when I first started Clash, war wasn't a thing. Nowadays everything's focused on war, and at Tunnel 7, Savage 7, they get war, they do war, they trophy push, and suddenly I hit Masters at Tunnel 7, and that was a big I hit Masters at Tunnel 8, but one of my friends hit Masters at Tunnel 7. That's a big thing back then. Nowadays it's not unrare to see champions in Tunnel 7, high champions, 4K cups I think even have hit it at Tunnel 7 as well. But I think the game really starts to open up at Tunnel 8, and then by Tunnel 9 is my favourite tunnel. I mean, I haven't been at Tunnel 10, so I'm not hugely experienced, but yeah, I think that's when the game really can start to suck you in, because war becomes very much, there's a lot more to do in war. There's a lot more troop compositions, versatility within your armies and troops, because they get to sort of peak levels almost. I think that's really the game starts to open up, and I think there's 3 grades of people. Now there's trophy pushers, war specialists and farmers. You might be a mixture of all 3. You might be good at pushing, you might be good at clan wars, and you might be good at farming. I used to think of myself as a bit of an all 3. I could trophy push. I mean, my record at Tunnel 9 is about 3,800 at the moment. I'm sort of dropped down a bit lately. Might have been a bit higher than that, 3,850. But when I was at Tunnel 8, I think I hit Masters, and that became my sort of I was really happy to be able to do that back then. But yeah, I mean, for the hardcore players, trophy pushing, I mean, to stay in, I mean, I'm going to back out of this now and show you, to stay in these top trophy positions and the top players, they have to pretty much dedicate their entire life around Clash of Clans. Now, 4,911 trophies, Battleby, to stay at that level, they've got to spend a lot of money to be raiding so frequently, because there's only one cup offers up there. And it takes hours to actually find a raid. So people are sat there just with their phones doing nothing for hours and hours on an end, just so that they can stay on the top of the leaderboard in this game. And that is one element of addiction. That is, I need to be the best. I need I'm climbing the levels. And I think it's very easy to go down that route. I've tried to start to push myself, but since I've never been 10 or 10, I've never really tried to go really high. But you have to eat into your life to be able to do it. You have to be online for hours and hours a day. I mean, 6 hours plus per day, per session, to climb, because when you get hit for defense, you're going to lose minus 30. So it's a brutal game up there. Fair play to the people that do it, but I couldn't. It just no chance for me. Clan Wars. Now, this is more my bag. Obviously, you know my channel. Clan Wars is what I've sort of focused around. And learning these advanced strategies and the quest to 3-star people, and for me it's different as well, because I'm a leader. I've got responsibilities as a leader to win Clan Wars, to not train, but to create this environment in which we win, in which I keep the morale up of the clan as well. And Clan Wars, I mean, the game is just so turned to that now. I think when all the YouTubers, Chief Pat Godson, they all went to Helsinki for the announcement of Clan Wars. That day, I remember when the speaking of it, and when it was announced, it was just huge. And since that day, everything that I know and that a lot of people around me have experienced is just so. The way people upgrade bases now, people upgrade troops. People go to Town Hall 9, but they don't upgrade defences, they upgrade their walls and their heroes to make them war ready. It's affected the whole game, and I think most updates in the future are all going to be focused around Clan Wars. Some mainstream, some lesser maybe, with big updates happening in other areas, but there's always going to be tweaking Clan Wars, and it's because that the excitement around it, the fact you're attacking another whole clan, where you have to work together strategically to take them down, to win, to keep a green warlog, to get the upper hand. And it all comes down to that 3-star and the attention to detail that you need to be able to 3-star enemy town halls, enemy bases. Because it's not easy, and it's brought a whole wave, which is what I've sort of focused my YouTube on, of hogs, loons, Larloon, these strategies that are specifically developed to 3-star base in a clan war environment, where you get time to scout and view bases. And then farmers, people that are just happy to constantly go online with barbs and archers or balloonian or whatever they use, and get loot and get money and focus on upgrading their buildings. Because I think I'll sort of start summarising now. Overall, I think there's a lot of things within the game that keep you interested. You can become a trophy pusher, become specialised in Clan War. You can just farm and enjoy yourself and chill with your friends, because you can get your friends to play the game and just chat to them on it, and go and do some attacks. And it's quite novel. It's quite fun to just pick up and play. You can play it at any point in the day. It's always there ready. Your troops have time to train. You bear that in mind, and then every 20 minutes you might get to attack, and you'll keep coming online for it. For the more hardcore players, although it looks almost cartoony on the initial, trust me, there's a market for the hardcore here, and they're there already. Now, if you're contemplating, is this game, when you look at it, why has this game been the top grossing app for almost 18 months now, however long it's been, because it's been a long time. It's because people invest in it because of what it gives. They feel it gives back to them, rewarding, because of this platform where people make friends, where people just have and pick up and play all day every day, you'd spend what, 200-300 quid on an Xbox, 40 quid a game. You might, the average person plays 5 different games a year. I mean, these are just statistics that have no proper sources, just off the top of my thinking. You know, people can spend hundreds of pounds on a game in gaming anyway without but because it's free, it gives you the option to sort of ease into it. You don't have to pay anything. You just play it, make some friends, and then suddenly you might, well, the model is you might think, oh, I need to upgrade, I need to do this or that, and suddenly you've got a reason to spend money to gem your hero so that you can keep yourself war ready and not let the clan down and, you know, fail, or to get your troops ready instantly so you can keep clicking that search button as soon as you're ready so you can stay high in trophies, or just generally to get the 5 builders if you're a farmer. You know, there's something in the game for everyone, and that's sort of the point I wanted to make as to why it's so addictive, because there's so much you can do, whereas if you look at it on the face of it, if someone who's never played Clash picks it up, they might think of it and be like, ooh, what's this? I don't get it. I don't understand why people love it so much. But I suppose without playing, without actually sort of involving yourself in it, it's very difficult from an outsider to look in. But that's my sort of thoughts on why it's become the way it is, and I think it's going to keep going for a good while. I'm going to keep YouTubing on it because I love it, and because war and the clan family that have built around me, it's irreplaceable, really. Unless I start all over again in a different game. But yeah, I suppose people is the reason why it's so addictive. The fact that you make the friends around whatever sort of activity in the game you sort of involve yourself in. There's always someone to share replays in the clan, someone to comment on your war attacks, to you know, give advice, to even on global you can go on and just chat to random people. I mean, it's full of recruiters, as you'd expect. That's what sort of the main reason for global. I've made friends from some of my clan I've recruited from global, and I've made friends with them in a global chat, and I've had arguments, I've had good conversations with people in, because it's just 50 randoms from anywhere. And I think that's sort of the backbone of it. The fact it's so focused on social, and the fact that it's the age range of Clash of Clans is anywhere from like 8 to 80. I mean, I know grandparents that have been playing the game. You know, people in my clan have been over 60 and playing. It's got a broader range than most people think. So yeah. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed listening to me ranting on it, or not ranting, but whittling on about my thoughts on why the game's so addictive. I hope some of you relate. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. As always, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.